And welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today we are reviewing the old school 1990 classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Turtle Power. That's what it should have been called, in my opinion. Yeah, we're hitting that nostalgia ball.
For me.
For
100% for me.
For everybody. I see your socks. I see the pants.
Yeah.
Listen, I like it. I like it.
Well,
When in Rome.
you know where they came from. Socks, at least. I got them from you.
Oh,
Yeah.
money. That's why I like
Yeah.
hair. Good times. I don't remember.
Yeah, I got these from you. Gave these to me like a while ago.
I barely remember my name. So shit happens. What are you gonna do? Yeah, no.
I was never given a name.
It's a good time. But yeah, man, the Turtles. We're finally doing it.
Yes.
It's about damn time.
This was on my list.
This was on the list.
This was on my list of the 5 movies I think that I made when we started this thing.
Did we ever get to 5 movies? Did we get to all 5 of the movies?
Of yours or of mine or of either?
Either.
Mine was
I don't remember mine.
this, Jurassic Park.
Okay.
I think Roger Rabbit was on mine.
Ooh.
I don't remember what the other one. I know one of them was The Big Lebowski. Or I'm pretty sure the other one of them was The Big Lebowski. I can't remember what the 4th one was. Or the 5th one, I should say. I don't know. It's probably out there somewhere.
Did we get to all mine?
I don't know, because yours was what?
I have no idea. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna say yeah because I'm just thinking about movies we already did.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
The Matrix was probably up there.
Probably. I want to say
Endgame was definitely up
Endgame
there.
was on there. I want to say.
Did we do Endgame? We did Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say one of the Star Wars sequel movies was on there.
I'm sure of it. I'm sure that was. I don't know. But we probably did.
Scott Pilgrim.
That for sure was on there.
Yeah.
So we've gotten close.
So yeah,
to
we might have. Yeah.
whatever your 5th one was.
I don't know. I can't think of it.
Interesting.
I don't think it was Mario Brothers.
Either way, you
Yeah.
know we've been doing this for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
It's been a while. 2020, late 2020,
Going strong.
right? Late 2020.
I think we started it that summer.
I think we did.
Because I know at one point we were doing it in my apartment. I remember having the air conditioner on and I was real worried that it was too loud.
Yeah, that and to find out that didn't matter because I didn't have a cord plugged in. So easy peasy.
But it was comfortable.
But we weren't hot. We just were. We couldn't hear. That was in the middle of the DC movies. Oof. Oh, speaking of DC, oof. Oh man. Anyways, slushies today. What'd you even pick? I didn't even look at it. I just made it.
You didn't taste it yet?
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is.
Bread.
Fruit punch, maybe?
Oh, fruit punch.
Yeah, mine's almost
Was it fruit
gone.
punch or tropical punch?
Is there a difference?
Not to me.
Okay.
Which
I don't know what it says. I don't know what it says. It might say tropical punch. It might say fruit punch, but to me that's interchangeable.
Okay.
To me, I don't know if that's politically correct.
I'm getting a hint of kiwi, so let's say tropical.
Oh.
But I mean, I guess fruit and tropical could be both the same.
That's a red.
I guess tropical could be fruit and fruit could be tropical. So they both the same.
Yeah, to me they're interchangeable. I don't know if that's correct.
So today our slushie, we're drinking fruit tropical punch.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
And nutritious.
It's the back of your taste buds. It's good.
And the front.
It's that feeling so good. Either way, let's get right into it. Let's take a break real quick. We're gonna come back with the cast. We're gonna switch it up for you guys. We're gonna come back with the cast with moi. And then we're going to do the plot with 2.
Ayo.
Ayo. I love it. Rest in peace to the guy. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you hear your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers, need some likes. All right, welcome back. Let's get into the cast with Keith.
That's how we started this, right? When we first
Thanks.
started it?
Yes.
It was, you didn't, yeah.
I think so.
And then we changed it up.
Yeah, we switched it up. We should never switch. I'm terrible with the plot. To be fair, though, when I do the plot, I try to keep it simple, stupid. Mm-hmm. Do I? No. Mm-hmm. But I tried to. Unsuccessfully. So.
You will try.
Sometimes sometimes my plots are... Watch the movie.
Yeah, I don't mind it when you keep it simple because like it's a lot of these like sometimes a movie plot is not very complicated.
It's not. I can't even think of a movie we did where I was just like, listen, this is what happened. I know I've done it where I'm like, this is what it is. Where else? Probably Speed.
The bus that couldn't slow down.
Wait, did we do Speed?
Yes.
Yeah, we did do Speed.
We did.
Yeah. Speed was good.
Don't fuck with daddy.
Yes. Yes.
The main part that I remember about that movie. Fucking Koopa.
Pop quiz hot shot.
Quiz hot shot.
And fucking what's the name died? God damn, he got blown away.
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
It's fucking blown up.
He shot me in the leg. I love Speed. Speed, I don't think that was on my top 5, but it could have been, and I'd have been happy. Let me tell you. Speed should have been on my top 5. We should watch a movie called Lucky Number 11. You ever seen it?
No, but I know I've heard of it.
I probably told you about it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Josh Hartnett, Bruce Willis, what's his name? Ben Kingsley, Morgan Freeman, Lucy Liu. It's a great movie. And there's it's just a great movie. It's a good movie. It's about the mob. Morgan Freeman has like his side and Ben Kingsley has his side. They're like Hasidic Jews, and then Morgan Freeman has his people, and they live on opposite sides of the street from each other.
Like literally a street divides them?
Yeah, they both live at the penthouse, and they live on like 2 buildings, and they're going against each other because they used to be partners, and then they stopped being partners. And the story is they haven't left their penthouse because they're afraid they kill each other. So they haven't left in like 50 years.
Do they have to team up to fight a new gang?
You gotta watch it.
I'm down.
It's a good movie. It's a good fucking movie. I'm sorry. This is like one of the best movies. It's good. I think we should come up with a new 5 after Turtles.
Oh, and like a new 5,
I
new
think
list
so.
of 5 movies like
I
that
think
we
so.
want to do?
Yeah.
I got 2 right now, honestly.
Ooh. What you got?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Well, we should definitely do
And
that.
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I've never heard of that.
That's that Nick Cage, Pedro Pascal movie where like he plays himself.
Oh, okay.
Where like Pedro Pascal plays like this
Yeah.
millionaire, and he like pays him $1 million to come to his birthday party, and I guess they have like a wild adventure or some shit.
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen either of them. I was just looking last night on Redbox to see if I could go to the fucking Kroger in Sylvania and rent either one of those movies. They have Everything Everywhere All at Once. They do not have the Nick Cage one. But those 2 are on my list for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, I could probably come up with a new 5, like that are out right now.
I don't out or not out. Either way.
Okay.
Because Lucky Number 11 would be up top for me.
Okay.
And You've never seen Sin City?
No.
That would be one for me. And you've never seen Usual Suspects? That would be on there for me too.
I have not.
3 top-notch movies, and The Godfather. I'm just joking. I would never. We're never watching The Godfather. That would never.
That's
be a
fine.
thing.
I've never seen them.
Fuck The Godfather.
I've never seen them.
It insists upon itself. I'm good.
Didn't care for it. Didn't care for it.
Didn't watch it all. You didn't watch it all?
Oh, well, there you go. Isn't that Family Guy? You're like all about to fucking drown. Here's something I gotta tell you.
Well, they do it like 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same episode, but
I just remember the one.
the
where,
one
like,
time they were
they're
drowning,
in like the panic room or something to their house and it's flooding. Like I gotta say something before we die. I didn't care for The Godfather.
What?
Didn't care
What
for
do,
it.
what do you mean?
Did not care for it.
It insists upon itself. Like Chris gets like pissed. He's
Yeah, like hit.
what?
I imagine there's people out there who would have that reaction to me saying I didn't see that. But I know there's movies that people would tell me they didn't see that I'd probably have that reaction. This being one of them.
Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Fair. Super Mario Bros. Too.
The old one?
Yeah.
Yes. I'd put the new one on my 5. I will put the new one on my list of 5 that comes out in April.
But see, I think we should do a list of 5 of. We're gonna see that. We know that.
That's fair. Yeah.
We know that.
Ones that we might not.
That's like
necessarily-
putting Ant-Man on there. We know.
Yeah,
that.
ones that aren't like about to come out. They're like, yeah, that we haven't been talking about for like a year.
Yeah.
You know what movie I really want to see? Sonic 3 when they make it in 3 years.
Top 5.
Add it to the list
No, we're not watching any other movies till that comes
and
out.
then burn the list.
Burn the list.
Until that comes out, we are on hiatus. No.
Facts.
No more movies are getting made until that movie comes out in my world.
100%. 100%. I agree.
No, not at all.
That's hilarious. I don't know if you saw that they're about to film Blade. I saw that on Twitter.
Nice.
They're also about to film something else too. Shoot. Oh, Captain America.
New World Order. NWO.
Yep. They're about to film that too.
He came out those trailers, baby.
Apparently, Kevin Feige came out and announced a whole bunch of shit. Apparently,
Nice.
and I was like, cool. And apparently, they're gonna slow down on making the TV shows.
I did see that. I just saw that
Yeah.
today, I think.
I was like, man, either way, sure, keep them coming. For me,
Yeah,
keep them coming. But I
I'm
think
loving
he's like,
If you want to do less shows, more movies, that's fine.
I think he's responding to the pressure. I think people are a little overwhelmed with Marvel. But like, listen,
They're weak.
listen, weak,
I could do this all day.
all
Let me tell you.
day.
All day, every day.
Listen, I have been actually.
Well, let me tell you 2 people who I know who are not getting tired. Marvel fatigue, who? Not me.
Never heard of her.
Not us.
Don't know her. We'll never know
I don't
her.
know her.
Even if I do get fatigue, there's tomorrow.
2nd wind, 3rd wind, 4th wind. How many wins do you need? How many you got? I'll take them all.
How many people did you snap? That's how many wins I got.
Yeah.
And when that's over, I'm coming back.
And then when that's
5
over,
years later,
there's another snap, and that's more. And they're all coming back. So yeah, I'll make a list of 5 for sure. That'd be awesome. So I got 2 right now, so yeah, that works. I can come up with more.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Those 3, the 3 I just named for sure.
Some of them might be kind of just off the wall for me, but just ones that like I missed seeing that I wanted to see. We'll see.
I can't think of anything else right now, but besides those. But those are the good ones. Those 3. Just because they're good.
I got
You got another one? Well, go ahead, give it to me.
Zombieland.
1 and 2.
I mean, it can just be the one.
I've never seen 2.
Okay, yeah, well, then we can do that one too.
I've never seen 2.
I only saw it once. I remember liking it.
Yeah, I think you told me
It wasn't as good as the first one, but how could it be? The first one was so good.
First one was good.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so I got
That's
at least
fair.
3.
that's fair. Yeah. Interesting. Meteor Man.
Not familiar. I've heard of it, but I have no idea what it's about.
You know what Robert Townsend is?
The name sounds familiar.
He is a director, actor. I can't think of what he's been in, but basically it's just a black superhero. He gets hit by a meteor one night, and he turns into Meteor Man. He can fly. He's impenetrable, but his powers only last for so long. He has to touch the meteor again.
Oh.
And he has a meteor, but guess what? The bad guy finds out that he has a meteor, so the bad guy steals a meteor.
Ooh.
And he turns into a bad guy too. But yeah, so it's a good movie. Bill Cosby's in it. I know I can't say that. James Earl Jones is in it.
Is he the villain?
No. James Earl Jones basically plays Creed when Creed is trying to be young. James Earl Jones has a flat top he's an old man. He has a flat top for a haircut. He's like, hey, yo. And they're like, why are you trying to be so young? He goes, what you talking about, man?
Greetings, fellow children.
He's like, yeah. Hilarious. The funniest shit. There's a whole bunch of old black people that I know that are in it that just like from back in the day movies. Amazing. It was. I remember it was one of the first superhero movies. That and Blank Man, one of the first two superhero movies I ever seen that were like black superheroes. But it was funny. It was good, and I was like, they could make more of this. And of course, it wasn't mainstream, but I loved it. But Meteor Man would be definitely the one. That's a good show. Nice. It's a dated movie, but it's a good show.
I mean, so was this one. Let's be real.
Same. Speaking of,
there it is.
Let's get back to this, guys.
How's that for a segue?
There it is.
And not the scooter.
Job. I don't care for Job.
It's an idiot on a scooter. It's Job. You fighting dragons in the future?
All right. First up, we have April O'Neil. Judith Hogue is April O'Neil. Casey Jones. Elias Cotes. I like this guy. He's been in a lot of movies. I never knew who he was until he was in some show years later. And I was like, oh, I like this guy. And then I found out he's Casey Jones. I was like, this is Casey Jones?
That's why.
I was like, damn. I was like, man, the years. Male pattern baldness. It'll get you every time, boy, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's really good. He's a really good actor. I like him. Okay. The voice of Raphael is Josh Pice. He also was the passenger in the cab. He's like, is that a turtle? He was like, no, you go. He goes, what is that? He's like, looks like a turtle in a trench coat. You're going to LaGuardia? I've seen that before. Let's see. Leonardo is played by David Foreman. He's also a gang member. The voice of Leonardo is Brian Tochi. Donatello is played by Leif Tilden, he's the foot messenger. And the voice for him is Corey Feldman, which apparently was a big deal. I'm assuming that was a big deal back in the day.
Probably.
Not so much now.
Well,
he's kind of terrible.
Is he?
I don't know. He might be dead. Now that I'm thinking about it, he might have died recently. Oh, no, he didn't. He's alive.
See, I think Corey Heldman. You're not Corey Heldman. Corey Haim. Jesus Christ. Corey Feldman is best friend Corey Heldman. Yeah, they used to run in the same circles back in the day.
Get out of here. What's your name? P? Corey Heldman. I love it.
Get the hell out of here, Corey.
I love it.
I'm sorry.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. Corey Feldman didn't die. Who died? Corey Heldman?
Yes, he's very much dead.
What's your dentist name? Crentis?
Heldman? This thing sounds a lot like dentist.
Miami kid. I'm sorry.
Christ, I'm an idiot.
I love it. No, you're not. It's a funny thing. Sorry, that cracked me up. I don't know. Maybe I need sleep or something, but that cracked me up. Okay. Michelangelo was Michelin Sisti. He also was the pizza guy. The voice for him was Robbie Rist. The voice for Splinter was Kevin Clash. A picture for him, it shows him. He looks like he does. He's a puppeteer for Elmo.
Mm-hmm. He does a lot of Muppet stuff.
Good for him. They pay well, I think. The Shredder is played by James Sato, and the voice for him is David McCharron. Tatsu is played by Toshihiro Obata. Oh, he had a different voice. Oh, he didn't really speak English.
Yeah, they dubbed him.
Damn, I didn't think that was the case. That makes sense. That's why he was just making all those grunt noises. Yeah.
That probably wasn't even him doing those. That was probably the voiceover guy.
That would suck. His voice was Michael McConaughey. And then we also have Michael Turney He played Danny Pennington, who was like the thief. The thief. Yeah, the little shithead. He was a little brat.
Yeah.
Jay Patterson played Charles Pennington. Head thug Sam Rockwell. He had a terrible, terrible beard and mustache combo.
Probably the biggest name in this movie. Like by today's standards.
Maybe. Well, there's Corey Feldman, so.
Fuck.
Superstar.
God damn it.
That was good, right?
God damn it.
That was still good.
It's very good.
All right. Last one. And the only person I know that I've seen is uncredited Skeet Ulrich as a thug.
Why do I know that name?
He was in Scream. That's the only reason why I know him. He's been in a lot of different things, but he was in Scream. He was the first guy. He was a killer. Spoiler alert.
Skeet. Good name.
He was in The Craft. He was in some other stuff. Yeah, I liked him. He was cool. I mean, he was a killer. He wasn't really cool. So, to be fair.
Killers.
But that was the cast. Now we'll go to Chris with the plot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990.
Okay. So this is the story of a single father raising his 4 sons in the big city. And that's it.
Finn.
No, that's it. Everybody knows Ninja Turtles. This is like saying Batman's parents die, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Master Splinter is a rat raising his 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sons to be Teenage Mutant Ninjas in the Big Apple. And this is in the middle of a ninja crime wave being perpetrated by some like trained ninjas, some just like street punk kids, some well-to-do punk kids who just, are bored with their lives and want to steal shit for fun and do hood rat things with their friends and smoke cigarettes and play poker and shoot pool, big fucking cigars in their mouths and learn to beat up their friends. That's it. Like they fight ninjas.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Basically.
It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Take from that what you will, because all of these movies rely on your suspension of disbelief at this point. That those 4 words go together to make a coherent product and intellectual property that has been around for like 30 some years.
Going on 40, Chris.
Yes, getting there. So that's a terrible plot because I did it. Not because it's terrible, but because I did it.
Yeah.
But it basically,
it's kind of terrible. But
it fairly closely follows the story of the first issue of the Ninja Turtles comics from like 1984, I think, when it came out.
Oh yeah, with the thievery.
Not really that part.
Oh, okay.
But like, I'll get there.
Cool.
I'll get there.
That's fine. That works for me. All right, so that's it for the plot?
Yes.
Let's go to likes.
Let's do it.
I'll let you go.
Oh, okay. Well, my first like is it's the Ninja Turtles.
That's fair.
Because I sit before you a man wearing Ninja Turtles pants and socks, and have several articles of Ninja Turtles clothing in my closet. I have a fucking Ninja Turtle poster in my living room. I have figures and shit from when I was a kid, from more current. I have Ninja Turtle merchandise of all shapes and sizes and varieties.
And it's crazy because you don't even like the Turtles.
I don't.
This
is the first time I've seen this movie. I don't know. I don't even know their names. Was it Jim? Kramer?
Bam. Elroy.
Elroy.
Jim, Elroy, Kevin. And in this group,
God,
he never called a meeting.
But no, it's Ninja Turtles. This is the first movie they ever made, and they made, not considering how long they've been around, they haven't made a ton of movies. There's been like 6.
To be fair, that is a great statement, because the Turtles have been around forever. They made, you said 6 movies?
It's
6 like live action movies.
Yeah, like theatrical released movies.
Right.
It's like the original trilogy, the CGI one, and the 2 Michael Bays.
Okay. Yeah, considering that they've been out for that long and there's only been 6.
Yeah.
And there's been 7 Transformers movies. And no one cared about those. Those came out in quick succession. This came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's crazy. And the time difference between the third one and the Michael Bay first one, because that one came out first, not the.
It went the first 3, then the one that's called Tmnt. That one came out in like 2007.
Is that the animated?
Yeah, that's the fully animated one.
Yeah.
Because like the third one I think came out in the mid to late 90s.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that one was like 2007.
That's still a pretty big difference.
And
though.
then there's like at least a few years before the Michael Bay one was probably like 2011, 12?
Yeah, something like that.
Somewhere in there. So
I mean,
like, there was a good chunk of time between all of those.
I would say that's more consistent with today's the way things are made.
Yeah.
But than the way it was before. Because I mean, think about the way Batman was made. I mean, Batman was made, shit. There was a new Batman, every 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Because when did Batman and Robin come out? 97? Was it 97? I'm pretty sure it was 97.
Well, let's see.
Let's go with 97, 98.
Let's go to the videotape. Google.
Pretty sure it was 97, 98. I'm going to say 97. I'm going to put all my money on 97. But
The very first Batman movie or Batman?
Batman and Robin.
97.
Boom.
Give him the prize.
Same. I put all my money on it. And then Batman Begins came out in 2005. And then Dark Knight came out in 2008. And Dark Knight Rises came out in 2012. Then Man of Steel came out in 2013. And Batman vs. Superman came out in 2015. 16. Something like that. So like you see how like quick those came out, and those are all different.
Yeah, these ones were like the trilogy of the old ones was like 89, 92, 95, and then Batman and Robin 97. Mm-hmm. And then 05, 8, 12, 16 for Versus. Yeah. That doesn't count. It's Suicide Squad. That ain't a fucking Batman movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
Justice League 17. Lego Batman, that doesn't count, even though it did have Will Arnett.
Yeah, and then Batman, whatever came out last year.
Yeah, the Batman 22.
Which was great. I need to watch that again.
It was.
But either way, you were saying.
I love it. For the amount, for as long as these things have been around, the movies have not been the thing that they make the most. They probably, they've done a lot of stuff with them. They've done the comics, of course, where they started. The 87, I think, it started animated series. Then they had like 2003 animated series, 2012 animated series. They just, like last year, the year before, finished up the latest animated series. There's probably going to be another one along the way. Seth Rogen's got a new movie coming out this year that I'm excited about. So like, it's not like they haven't done a lot of them in general, like a lot of things with them in general, but like theatrical release movies, there's not been, compared to a lot of other long-running franchises like Star Wars, other comic book properties, things like that. Like, there's not a ton of them.
Facts.
And I'm just excited to watch them all again because I haven't seen some of these in a while.
Facts.
And I'm never gonna be mad to watch the Ninja Turtles something.
I couldn't tell you the last time I seen this.
Fair. Honestly, I couldn't tell you the last time I sat down and watched it, but I know it's been the last couple years at least, because I think Megan was like, well, we haven't watched these movies. And I was like, yeah, let's watch the first two. And then skip one. And then... Because we'll get there. I already know it's going to be the most reviewed one by me at least. Look, I may have nostalgia glasses for some things, but that movie is not one of them. I can enjoy it.
Fair.
I can enjoy it, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that,
you
that's the best
enjoy it?
one. Parts.
Which parts? Because even I knew at the time, I was like,
There's an MC Hammer joke in there. There's a Don King joke in there. There's not much else.
that's all you
Yeah. Casey Jones comes back.
He's not in the second one, is he?
Nope.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
weird.
why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
They probably had too much going on, though.
I guess.
Because you had Rocksteady, or not, you had,
Toka and Rauzar.
yeah, Toka and Rauzar.
Yeah.
I always used to get that confused. I used to say, I still did it. I was Rocksteady
Yeah.
and Bebop. But
It took them like however many years to get Bebop and Rocksteady on a fucking movie screen.
same. They did look pretty nice, though.
They did. I thought they looked really good.
I like them.
Anywho, my first like is It's Ninja Turtles,
It's fair.
and I'm gonna start there, and we're just gonna let her rip.
My first like was, I agree with your like, but my first like that I wrote down was Casey Jones.
Good man.
I like his mask too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember it looking so sweet. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It looks good.
It looked way better than I thought it looked. I thought he honestly had a Jason mask.
Mm-hmm.
He did not. His mask looked legit.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like somebody made the mask today, sent it back to this movie, and then we watched it. And I was like, what?
I follow this account on Instagram. I've almost bought like a replica of that mask to hang on my wall like so many times.
It looks so sweet.
Yeah.
And I was so surprised because I was like, why does this look so clean? Like, in this dated ass movie,
Clean.
this looks clean.
Yeah.
The movie was dark as shit. That looked clean. I was like, whew. Okay.
I thought his mask looked more intimidating than like a Jason mask, because Jason mask is like a regular hockey mask. This one looks like it's like angled. It's got like some fucking angry eyes on it.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like you're gonna get fucked up by this person.
Same. I didn't remember it looking so good. Yeah. I remembered it looking like a Jason mask. And then when I saw him today, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. I agree with April. He'd be cute if he wouldn't talk so much. Because that's my guy, though. I like Casey Jones. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it. That's my
he made my list also.
Fair.
Because he's awesome.
Casey Jones always been good.
He will beat your ass with a baseball bat, or a golf club, or a cricket bat, or anything he can get his fucking hands on.
Or his trusty hockey stick.
Yeah, or a goalie stick, hockey stick, goalie stick, whatever. He beats up those thugs in the park, or he tries to beat up those thugs in the park after Raphael's just like, nah, get out of here, you little bastards. He's going to let them go. He's like, nah, these guys got to learn a lesson.
Fair.
And he was going to bust their fucking heads open with a bat. Vigilante style. Fair. Chickless commish style. And he was going to go at him, and he kind of, took advantage of Raphael's naivety a little bit. That cricket bat helped, too.
I was saying, in a fight, you got to do what you got to do.
Hey, man. Casey Jones is sweet. Like, in anything that I've seen him in, like, he's just a fun character.
I agree.
In this movie, he's good. In the 80s cartoon, he fucking talks like Clint Eastwood, and he's kind of a dummy. And then, like, various other versions of him, he's been, like, a young kid that's, like, around the same age as the boys. But he's usually, like, just a fun character. And they usually team up with Raphael, because they're both just, like, fucking idiots who just want to punch shit.
I like the fact that he teamed up with Donatello in this one.
Yes.
That's always a good one.
Yes. Donatello's my favorite. So anybody can team up with him at any given time.
That's fair.
But yeah, Casey Jones made my list for sure.
Understandable.
He shows up in the fucking antique shop with that goalie stick. Come on.
I agree.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, what's your next line?
Next thing I wrote was the suits, like the animatronic suits and like the puppetry for Master Splinter. I liked it because obviously this is the days before CGI was running rampant across the likes of Mortal Kombat Annihilation and Toy Story in the same year. And I don't understand.
No one does.
I don't get it.
No one does.
I don't get it.
Why was Shao Kahn so short? That's all I care about.
How do you get the biggest man in the franchise after Goro, and then you put, what was his dad's name? Shinnok is like a foot taller than him. Come on. Come on.
No, it was terrible.
Yes.
Objectively.
And then have him take his fucking cool ass mask and helmet off the entire movie.
Every time.
Because you know who looked fucking sweet? I'll get there. But the puppetry and of Master Splinter, I thought was really cool. It's all animatronics. The animatronic heads for the turtles, great. Obviously, some of the mouth movements and stuff don't match up some of the times. Whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me.
Same thing with the turtles. A couple times I was like,
yeah, doesn't matter.
But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's puppets. It's animatronics. You had like 3 people to make one character for all the turtles. You had like somebody in the suit, somebody working the suit, somebody doing the stunts for them in the suits, somebody doing the voicing. Like there was a lot going into each one. I thought it was really cool. I just like the practical effects nature of it, and they probably didn't have any other way to do it back in the day. But I like it.
Facts. I agree with you. Honestly, for all of them, but just on Master Splinter. I remember watching this before and being like, I hated looking at Master Splinter. He just looked terrible. He always looked terrible. Because so if this is a camera on everybody, this is how it was on everybody, no matter what they did. Boom, boom.
Like straight on.
Yeah, just like whatever. Master Splinter, they were like... They were in his face.
Yeah, he was zoomed in quite a bit, and like he was wet.
Yeah.
He looked
I was
wet.
like, oof. Sir,
if a puppet could look sweaty, he looks pretty sweaty.
He was
looked
on
a little
that.
sweaty.
He was on that stuff. Boy, I was like, God damn! Like they were every time they showed them, they were close up. I was like, I don't want to see a rat that close. And I like Master Splinter. But they made him look like a rat. And I was like, God damn. I was like, at least make him look like a cool rat. Don't make him look like that. Don't make him look like a real rat. Make him look like a cool rat. Not a real rat, a cool rat.
What's a cool rat?
Not that.
Like Rizzo and the Muppets?
No. That's what he looked like. I want to see a smooth rat. He needs to be smooth, like he is like in the cartoons. He has like a smooth, slick back.
Yeah.
And this one, he looks like he's prickly.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Looks like if you touch him, he'd be sticky.
Prickly.
That too.
I don't want to touch him.
No.
That's the thing. I don't want to touch him. They was like, oh, let's help him get out of here. He would have stayed on that wall.
Like, is there like a
Master Splinter would have died.
It's like a wheelbarrow or something in here?
He'd be like, help me. I'm like,
shopping cart.
What's wrong with you? That's what I thought.
There's gotta be a shopping cart in there somewhere.
Better walk.
That place was full of skateboards. They could have just...
Yeah, put him on a skateboard. Get his ass out of there.
He's spry.
And then all of a sudden he disappeared and climbed up a fire escape.
Exactly. He's old, but
somebody's faking it.
He's a ninja master.
I agree.
They do their best work when you're not looking.
Yeah, I bet. Either way, I agree with you though. That was good.
Yes. Your next one?
Foot Clan. I've always liked the way they looked.
Yes.
No matter what, I just like the way they look. And they don't really do anything. I mean, they're dummies, obviously, but
Yeah, they're just there to take the beating.
yeah, for sure. But I've always liked the Foot Clan.
Mm-hmm.
They've always been good. I know they're lackeys, but they look good in this one. Yeah. And honestly, looking at the Foot Clan gave me more nostalgia because I was like, ooh, Foot Clan. So, yeah, that was my life. What you got?
All right, my next one, I wrote Antique Store Fight.
That was a good fight.
/ like April's apartment fight. The best one of the movie for me. Because there's only really like 2 big fights, and that's one of them.
That's fair.
And it's great.
That is, I agree.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Stop it.
It's got three of the four turtles kicking ass because Raphael's fucking unconscious in a bathtub. Because honestly, that part also is a good part where they're getting the tour from the store. They're getting the tour of the store, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder what Raph's doing right now," and he's getting his ass kicked on the roof.
Yeah. Okay.
And it kind of, I mean, it's not the same in the second one, but he also gets taken out of the equation for a bit in the second one. But
he gets fucked up a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you split the party up.
I mean, listen, I agree.
He goes off on his own, gets his ass beat.
You think he would learn?
He's not the smart one. No, he goes off his own, gets his ass beat, and then they throw him through, I don't know what that is, skylight?
Yeah.
Big one, throw him through the fucking window in the ceiling, and then all the ninjas start jumping in. They're like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. They're kicking ass. They're cracking wise the whole time. Wheel of Fortune. Everybody loves Vanna. Donatello gets his head put in a fucking fish tank, squirts water in the dude's face, punches somebody else, gets his head banged on a fucking keyboard, on the piano keyboard to the tune of the music in the background. Michelangelo clangs the dude's heads with cymbals after he just scared the shit out of Leonardo with them earlier.
Right.
Leonardo like jumps up on the ceiling, grabs the bicycle handlebars, and is like Liu Kang kicking that dude, and then like four dudes jump on him. I love it.
It's a good fight.
It's great. And like April's just like hovering over Raphael's unconscious body with like a piece of wood. She's like, I have nothing to add to this. And the fucking floor gives way, and they're all getting their ass beat again. And then Casey Jones comes in with that goalie stick, and more ninjas come in. I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good stuff for me. That's probably my favorite part of the movie. I love it.
No, it's a really good. I remember watching. When I was watching, I was like, "Oh, this is legit."
Yes.
Because honestly, I thought the Wheel of Fortune part was earlier in the movie because I saw it was something. I was like, "Oh, they're about to do it." And they didn't. And I was like, then he was like, "It was Wheel of Fortune." I was like, "Oh, they're about to do it now." And I was like, "Yeah, this is what I remember." All right. Yeah. So it was good.
Yes,
it was a good time. It was definitely a good time.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's like the action's pretty good. The little fucking wisecracks are pretty good. And to me, that's like Ninja Turtles right there. It's like a mix of comedy and action, and I liked it.
I agree. And that goes with my next, the one-liners.
Yep.
All through it was a funny movie.
Yeah.
It was a funny movie, actually. They were saying some shit.
They're saying some dumb shit.
Cracking me up. Stupid shit. Cracking me up. Fight. Kitchen.
And then they like sneak past them as they're fighting with each other. Hilarious. They walk in between them.
Pork rind. Stupid. Like, they're funny. Like, obviously Michelangelo is the funniest because he should be. But him and Donatello, I think it is.
Yep.
They're funny together.
They get the most to do definitely in this one.
Yeah.
I think Leonardo gets the least to do in most of the movies of the first three.
He gets drawn like a French woman.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
That's about it. He's just sad because he said, "I didn't need you, brother."
Yeah,
but I get it.
Yeah, he didn't mean it.
He meant that at the time.
He did. At the time, I was like, "Get the fuck out."
Mm-hmm.
No, wait. Don't go out and get beat up though. Just go.
He was doing karate out in the open on the roof.
Yes, he was.
Had a good time.
Lots of room for activities up there.
Facts. That's one of my list. Step Brothers.
Ooh, I'd watch it again.
That Talladega Nights. Well, you didn't like Talladega Nights, right?
No, I did.
I thought you told me you did.
No, I don't like Will Ferrell. So I like every time. You
gotta talk about it.
I like Will Ferrell. I don't like Will Harrell.
Yeah.
I don't like I don't like that guy.
Hilarious.
I don't know that guy, but I don't like him.
That's hilarious.
Stupid. I apologize for how I am.
Don't.
No, I don't. That's not true.
You should.
That's not true.
That's why everybody likes you. I assume. I don't know.
No, it can't be it.
Right now.
Can't be that.
Can't be that. All right. Well, that was my like one-liners.
Okay. My next like, I'll just, with at the risk of sounding like what's that guy's name? Like Vin Diesel. Family.
Oh, I can't wait that the next Fast and Furious comes
Is that the 10th one or is that the 11th one?
10.
Is that going to be the last one?
I have no idea.
Because I thought I remember seeing that it was supposedly the last one, or like maybe the second to last one. Because I don't know what else they could do.
I'm gonna watch them all.
But there you go.
Can't wait. I saw the trailer.
We could do some of those. Because I have not seen a one.
You've never seen a single.
I might have seen bits and pieces of some of them, but I've never seen one of those movies start to finish. So we could do those.
Listen,
I know it's a commitment, but what else do we got time? What else do we have but time?
it's a good commitment.
Yeah, we did every Star Wars movie, we did every DC movie. We can do all the Fast movies. We can do all the ludicrous movies.
Listen, same. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but yeah, my next like is family. Yeah, and it comes up a lot in a lot of the movies, but like he's their dad.
Splinter.
Yeah, Splinter's their father, and they're his children's.
Splinter said, "I brought you in this world. I can take you out of it."
And they love him. He loves them. But they also had like the fucked up family of the Foot Clan, where Shredder's like, "We're your family.
Juxtaposition.
I'm your big daddy. I'm gonna kiss all your boo-boos.
Call us your big daddy.
Daddy's here for you.
Daddy's here for you.
My widow angels. Widow Sam Rockwell is scared."
Someone said your Elvis voice wasn't that great. Who said that? I think it's top notch.
Thank you.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you a lot.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
I think your baby it was top notch.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Terrible.
I know. It's horrible.
I love it though. It's so good.
I told Lydia, I was like, I think I need to watch The Office again. I told her this last week, and then I found that video that I posted.
Oh, that was something.
Objectively, the best video.
That was something. Because I forget where I was when I was. I think it was at Jake's house. We were about to play D&D, and I was like, "Hang on, I gotta watch this thing." And I was like, "This man is being both Kevin and Angela." When because he was helping Jim ram the copier into the door.
Oh, I didn't notice
and
that.
then he went back to his desk and pulled the tortoise out and handed it to the equivalent or proxy of Oscar in the ceiling.
Love it.
Yeah, I was like, he's doing double duty. He's playing the parts of both Kevin and Angela.
Loved it.
And I knew exactly what. And I had no idea what was happening, but at the same time,
yes.
I knew exactly what was happening.
When I first saw it, I was like, I don't understand what they're saying, but I know exactly what they're talking
like, yep,
about.
that guy's got glasses on. He's Dwight. Got it.
Fire is shooting at us. I was like, take Sprinkle. He's too heavy. He's like, take me. You're too heavy. I only weigh 95 pounds.
95 pounds. Say bandit.
Bandit. I know. It was the best. We already went that way.
Touch the handle. Is it hot? There could be
Fear.
fire on the other side.
Fear.
It's warm. What does warm mean?
Like, and then when he blows the air horn, I literally when I first watched it, because I watched it with Lydia too. I sent it to her, and then I watched her watch it, and she goes, "What?" And I was like, "Let's talk about it." But anyway, when I first watched it, he blew the air horn. First of all, I was giddy, as I am right now, and I was like, "Fire's not real." I was like, "Yes."
It's all been a test.
Let me tell you how I found it. Somebody reposted it. Somebody I followed commented, and it showed up on my timeline. And their comment was, they got an actual black dude. And I was like, when I watched it, I was like, oh my God. There was an actual black dude.
I didn't even notice.
Yes, Stanley was an actual black dude.
I have to rewatch it.
And she was like, well, I was like, she was like, well, in the Middle East, I was like, that's an African American. She was like, shut up. I was like, no, I'm telling you, that is an African American dude. And it made my day. I was like, I loved it.
Nice.
Anyway, yes, that was a good time.
What are they talking about?
I don't know, The Office.
Yeah, we're talking about The Office. No, family. I like it because it comes up in a lot of the Ninja Turtle movies. In some of them, they actually like even call him father. But like in the cartoon, I think they mostly call him like Sensei or Master Splinter.
Yeah.
And in this one, he calls them my sons, but I don't think they call him father. I think they just call him like Splinter. And it'll come up more in later movies. Like I like it. They meditate, and he like fucking appears before them as though he were a ghost. And if this was the first time I had seen this movie, you could have told me that Splinter was gonna die, and I would have believed you.
Yeah. Oh, everybody.
Because when he's in the fire, he's like, "I'll leave you with my final words." And even when we were watching it tonight, I was like, "I don't like this." I was like, "I'm getting a little." I know he's gonna be fine. Someone tell me he's gonna be fine. I know it, but someone tell me. Someone reassure me, because I was worried about him for a little bit. Because he was not well.
Yeah.
He was old and he's brittle before. He looked brittle before. Yeah. He was.
The camera was right there in his eye.
He was misty.
That little black eye he had.
Yeah.
Like, Danny, you're back.
When Raphael came home,
I was like, God,
when Raphael came home from getting his ass beat in the park, and he's like sitting in the dark waiting for him. He's like, "Come here, my son." He put his ET hands on him. Like,
his hands look terrible. But that's what I think rat hands look like. So I was like, "Good job, costume."
But I like it. I just like the vibe of like the family thing, because I did my research today. I reread, not in depth, but I like grazed the first comic because they re-released them all in color like a few years ago. So I bought like some of the old ones, and it's beginning them beating up people in an alley, ending them fighting the Shredder on the rooftops.
Nice.
In the middle, didn't matter.
Antics.
Because that's less antics than in this one. They didn't go up to the farm in the comic, but they do it in like almost every, in a lot of the Turtles things, like since this movie. Like I think it does happen in the comic, but like a few issues in, like they've done it in a lot of the shows and in. I don't think it's in the Michael Bay movies, but it's in like a lot of the shows that they've done. Is they go like they call it like Northampton or whatever, the April's Farm thing. It's definitely in the comics. But I like the family thing, and I like that they kept it close to the source material, but they also took stuff from like the 80s cartoon, which had been out by this point. Because obviously in the old comics, for one, it was all black and white, but they all had the red bandanas. So the cartoon did the colors. They all had different color bandanas, and it gave them more personality and everything. And they definitely expanded on that in this, and I love it. I love it. Because the comics originated, but like the cartoon and then the movies like really propagated of like, hey, here's how they are, here's like their different personalities more, here's their specified areas of like the smart one, the funny one, the angry one, the leader / maybe kind of boring one. But it's the Ninja Turtles. It's my first like all over again. It's the Ninja Turtles, and I love it.
That's fair. I was watching Birdman yesterday on YouTube, and he was talking about the Flash. He did the reaction video to the Flash, and he was talking about what he likes about comic book movies, and basically he was just like, he was like, well, first off, he's like, I love comic book movies. I love the fact that they come out. As a comic book fan, I love the fact that comic book movies are represented on a big screen. And I'm like, facts. I don't understand why people hate them so much. Like, if you tell me you like comic books, well, what's the difference? I don't even read comic books, but I like comic book movies because they were TV shows that I used to watch as a kid. And so, yeah, why wouldn't I want to watch them now? That makes more sense to me than anything. But anyway, he was like, there's two things I require for my comic book movies. He's like, you can change whatever you want to change. He's like, cause something, the stories are kind of whatever and blah, blah. He's like, that doesn't really bother me when they change stories. The essence of the character, not necessarily the background, but he said the essence of the character. You got to get the essence right. And the costume, the look. He's like, if those two things are great, I'm going to like it. And he was saying the Flash, I don't know why I don't know why he was talking about it, but there was a reason why he was talking about it. But I think he was excited about the old Batman suit, and then he paused it on the Ben Affleck suit.
Was it about his suit being like blue and gray?
He didn't notice that. I noticed that. He didn't notice it that at that point. But he saw his utility belt was yellow. Yeah, he paused it on that part. I didn't notice that. I was like, oh, shit. And that was Ben Affleck's Batman. I was like, time out. But I did notice it was blue and gray. And I was like, this is okay. This is... Ben Affleck better come back. That's all I know. But anyway. So, yeah, he
You've
was
been saying that from the start, and I agree.
Same. He's the best Batman.
A lot of people don't seem to like him.
Him and Robert Pattinson are like 1 and 2 for me.
I think he's good.
There's no one better. Like, honestly, Michael Keaton's not that great as Batman, in my opinion. He's okay, but he's not. Like, Christian Bale, don't like him as Batman.
I don't care for him.
Val Kilmer, I thought he was fine, but I get Val Kilmer and George Clooney were not whatever. But, come on, man. He played a great Bruce Wayne, and he played a great Batman. He played a great jaded Batman. And here we go talking about Batman again. But anyway, he was talking about some woman. I don't know. There was some woman in DC he was talking about. And he was like, all I care about is that he called it the tit window.
Power Girl, probably.
A Power Girl. He was like, they'll never do Power Girl because somebody mentioned it in his comments when he was talking about it. He was like, they'll never do Power Girl. He was like, but if they do, if she doesn't have a tit window, I don't care because... He was like, it's not because I want to see tits. That's not it. He was like, for her, it's important. And I have no idea who this person is. He was like, but for her, it's important. And I was like, oh, well, if it's important, yeah, they should do it. He was like, but, because he was talking about Kara. That's why. He was talking about Supergirl's costume. And he said, I wonder if they changed it because, he's like, and he said he hates this part. He's like, they change outfits because it's too sexy from the comic books. He's like, and I don't think they should do that. And I'm like, that's fair. I don't think they should either. I get why they do it because it's impractical.
Yeah.
And also for other reasons.
Yeah.
But it's impractical. So, but also, if they didn't, I like comic accurate looks. So when you're talking about the Turtles, that's what made me think of that.
Yeah.
But
looking at you, X-Men trilogy.
Yeah, same, exactly. And that's what he said. He said, oh, because he mentioned that too. He was like, do I want yellow spandex? Yes. He's like, yes. And if I don't see yellow spandex in the MCU, I don't want Wolverine. And I was like, fair.
For that Deadpool 3 movie, it doesn't have to be yellow, but I want to see a Wolverine costume.
Somebody better have a Wolverine costume.
Because he's had a yellow one, he's had like an orange one, he's had like a brownish orange one, he had like a gray one, and they're all the same fucking costume.
Yeah.
Just like that one main color subbed in.
Yeah.
And then it's black.
But everybody knows the yellow.
Yeah. Though that's like easily the most recognizable one, but like his other ones all look pretty sweet. Like his in the X-Men arcade game, I think it was like the orangey brown suit. And it looked fucking sweet.
Just give me something.
Yeah, I just want a Wolverine suit. I don't want Hugh Jackman in a fucking leather jacket because, like we said, that became the Wolverine costume in the X-Men movies for the longest time. Was just Wolverine wearing a leather jacket and jeans and a wife beater. Yeah, and I guess because
at that point, because Diesel, you're just Big Daddy Diesel.
Everyone's worn that shit in a fucking comic book at some point or another.
Every wrestler.
Yeah, but I mean, if he doesn't have like the thingies, I don't know what you call them, like the eye things.
I get it.
It's got to be there.
If he ain't got the two Batmans kissing, then I don't want it.
I want it. I want that. I want to see it at least once because they haven't given it to us yet. We were teased with it so many times.
No, just twice. He mentioned it once, and then we saw that was deleted.
Yeah,
we saw.
Yeah, like we've seen what could have been. Yeah, and to me, that's too many times to not get it.
I agree.
That's too many times,
especially to show it.
Yes,
and then not put it on screen.
Too many times to have it mentioned and not show up because it wasn't their excuse for that. Like we lost it.
I don't remember.
Because I thought I remember reading or hearing something that's like, oh yeah, they lost it or like someone stole it or it got misplaced or something.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah, like the suit.
Oh, I don't
know if that's true, but it's something that I thought I heard at some point. If that's the case, you made one. Come on. What if someone ate some bad? What if Hugh Jackman or a stunt person ate some bad Thai food the night before? Had some bad pad Thai, and you know, you never had pad Thai. But like, what if an accident happens? You know, what if he bleeds on it? What if anything?
Hugh Jackman doesn't bleed his own blood.
What if he spills his coffee on it?
Same.
You know.
His bourbon.
Yes. His Is that if we get some ice cream on it? I like ice cream too, mate.
What if he gets his dingo babies on it?
His alligators.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, when you talk about the comic book, that's the only really thing. Like, and because I don't know much about a lot of comics, but like the things I do know, I want to see it.
Yeah,
I want to see it because I really don't care about backstory as much. Make it interesting.
Yeah,
like when you I'm trying to think whose was interesting, but it wasn't comic accurate. There was somebody who had got power some way. It was interesting when they did it in a movie, but it wasn't comic accurate. I forget.
Was it Miss Marvel? Because a lot of people were mad about that in the show.
I mean, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Captain Marvel. I mean, it was because they didn't have X-Men, so it made sense.
Yeah. And yeah, Captain Marvel too, because Carol Danvers wasn't the first Captain Marvel.
Right. So, like I said, as long as you just give me something.
Yeah. Make it interesting. Make it work on the screen. And for the Ninja Turtles, they have so much. At the time of this movie, they had the comics and a couple years of the animated series.
Yeah.
But there's so many things now that they draw from a lot. The comics right now draw from a lot of stuff. They draw from the movies, the old cartoons, and even some of the older comics. Do you remember the show, The Next Mutation, in the 90s? It was
I think so.
The live action Ninja Turtle show.
No.
It was people in suits. It was Power Rangers and that back to back. They even had a crossover episode or two, I think. But there was a character in it that everyone hated. It was Venus de Milo, the first female Ninja Turtle they ever did. They got rid of her after that. She never showed up again. In the current comics, as of a couple months ago, she's in it. She's some weird magic powered Frankenstein's monster. Someone built her in a lab turtle. And I'm not there yet in the comics, but I think it looks cool.
Interesting.
And they've since introduced another female turtle who was a human, got a life-saving blood transfusion from Leonardo and became a mutant turtle. And she's fucking sweet. She's got a Wolverine claw and a bow and swords. She's pretty sweet.
I mean, that actually sounds kind of sweet.
Yeah, but there's just so much Ninja Turtle stuff that this Seth Rogen movie could pull from anything, and that'd be cool. This one kept it pretty close to the source material, and then the 80s cartoon.
That's what I noticed.
I liked it.
That's what I noticed about older movies is that they get closer to source material because they have to.
Yeah,
I think they have to.
There hasn't been a million versions of it.
I think that's
since
why.
Then.
That's probably true because if you think about Mario Brothers, impractical. They didn't need those suits, but they got them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. This in this movie, she didn't need to wear a yellow coat, but she did. You know what I mean? And I love it. It's great. It makes sense.
They didn't put her in the jumpsuit, but they gave her a coat.
Exactly. It makes sense. She looks like Gabriel O'Neill. It makes sense. It looks pleasing to the eye because you're oh, I see the yellow.
Yeah.
I see the red hair, reddish hair, and you're oh, okay, that's April O'Neill. From the moment she got on the screen, you're okay, that's April.
Yeah.
And then you see the colors and you're oh, I know who's who. And Splinter, Shredder, all these things. Shredder's suit was kind of weird, but because this is usually purple, it was more reddish, right?
Yeah, it was more reddish and kind of shimmery.
Yeah, but it was okay.
Yeah, I don't think it looked bad. That helmet,
oh yeah,
right there, right where you wanted it to be. Just wait till the second one. He looks better in the second one.
He does.
He's fucking sweet in the second one. Even before Super Shredder.
Juiced up Shredder.
Even before, I think he looks
agree.
better. He's got that buzzsaw thing on the front of his helmet. It's gonna be good.
I do like Super Shredder though.
Yes, he does. He's not around for a long time,
but he's here for a good time. Damn right.
That's right. But yeah, I like it. It's Ninja Turtles.
My last
Okay.
It's weird, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
I wrote this down. This is my second on here, but I saved it for last.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is objectively terrible / hilarious.
Fair.
And I was watching this is dumb.
Yeah, fair.
And I hate old movies, but I was watching this I just was laughing I need to be high right now because This man is walking around in a 3-foot trench coat with green legs, with 2 toes, 3 fingers, and a hat.
And no one's looking sideways.
A hat over his one eye. Like, who are you? No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. Bro, come on. You don't have shoes on. He didn't have shoes on.
Sir, would you please put on some shoes? Well, you don't like my bags?
Going incognito, baby. No. I was just like, this is terrible.
Like, this dude in this trench coat smells like shit. Because they have to.
Somebody bring a turtle on?
Yeah.
Damn.
Who smells like a toilet?
But yeah, it was funny though. Mm-hmm. I will say that. It was hilarious. This movie was funny as shit.
Yeah.
But it was terrible.
Yes.
Not only was it dated, but it was always just
definitely.
like, okay.
Yeah.
All the hijinks in this movie, ridiculous. Yes. The lady literally reached back to grab something for 2 seconds and her TV was gone. I was like, oh my fucking God. Hilarious.
That dude stepped away from his truck for like 30 seconds and the entire truck was empty when he went back. That thing was full of boxes.
Listen, stop stealing. I will hire you to empty my trucks. Yeah. Please.
Right?
I will pay you money.
You want a job?
Yeah. So, that was my last line.
Okay. I got like a couple more. Of course. Quick one, Ernie Reyes Jr. as Stunt Donatello, because we're going to see him in the next one as Keno, the pizza guy.
Nice.
Just quick like. At the end of the movie, when the police chief, who is not Bob Hoskins or Danny DeVito, but could have been, either of them, is trying to question these punks for, like, finally gets off his ass to do something, questions Sam Rockwell face to face. He's like, what's going on here? I want to know. He's like, go to the East Warehouse at Lairdman Islands.
Thanks.
Find your answers there. That is the creators' names, like mishmashed. Because it's Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird were the creators of the Ninja Turtles. So I like that it's a little thing they threw in. I like that they kept it, as I said, close to the comic, because at the end of the comic, the Shredder dies because he pulls a grenade out of his pocket. They're fighting on the roof. The foot soldiers have worked the turtles over more than they did in the movie. They're all pretty fucked up. And he's like, now you gotta fight me. Now you got the big dog. And he beats the shit out of them. And then, like, they just kind of eventually get the better of it. Donatello whips his fucking staff at him, hits him in the mush, see. After he pulls his grenade, I was like, I'll kill us all. He's like, I'll fucking blow us all up. Donatello punches him in the mush with his bow. Dude falls off the roof and explodes in midair. And then they, like, find his gauntlet in an alleyway, and they're like, fucking bum. Like, throw his... I thought it was like his arm. It's just the gauntlet. They, like, throw it into an alleyway. Casey, he falls into a garbage truck in this movie instead, and they effectively kill him, because until the second movie comes out, you think he's dead, because why wouldn't you? He falls into the back of the garbage truck, and Casey Jones commits manslaughter.
Whoops!
Yeah. Oops! It fucking lever.
It's fucking Three Stooges.
Yeah. Yeah, he just pulls the thing. That man is dead.
Who can touch the baler? Oh, I can. No one can touch the baler. Okay.
You will lose an arm.
Some people can. No one.
Of us.
Well, she does. Patch.
But Patch can touch the baler.
Patch can touch, but you can't. What if there's an emergency? Damn it, Michael!
Damn it, Casey. Yeah, he attempted murder at the end of the movie.
Murder? He did murder.
Murder until the second one, then it's just attempted because he comes back.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that April and Casey get together, because that's the thing that happens a lot in various forms of it. Like you said, I like that it's good and terrible, because they were created as a spoof.
Yes.
Of, like, Daredevil and, like, the noir, gritty comics of the time. So they're like, what's the most ridiculous? They were drawing a thing. They were just, the two of them were going back and forth trying to draw the dumbest thing they could to make the other one laugh. And one of them, I forget which, drew a Ninja Turtle. Yeah. And they're like, that's stupid. I like it. I like it.
This is the dumbest, most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Like if I read this like big thing of like the creation and all the history of it, I'm pretty sure if I remember right, they made a single issue and like this will never get made. So we're gonna make it like complete in one thing, so the Shredder dies at the end of it. And they're like, oh, we'd like more. And here we are today, like fucking 40 years later almost, and it's my favorite thing, one of my favorite things in the world, and I love it. But in the comic, I know I've talked to you about this before, but I haven't talked to you listeners about this. I probably have, but you're gonna get it again. Daredevil, according to the creators of the Ninja Turtles, Daredevil appears in the first issue of Ninja Turtles because the canister that mutates them falls out the back of a truck. A blind man is walking down the street. A young boy pushes said blind man out of the way, and in the comic it says the canister hits him in the eyes. That, according to the creators of Ninja Turtles, is Matt Murdock getting blinded / getting his powers from that. Also, they named characters after that kind of stuff. Like Splinter, Stick was Daredevil's teacher, so they named Master Splinter Splinter. The Hand was the ninjas in Daredevil. The Foot Clan is the ninjas in Ninja Turtles. It shouldn't have been what it turned into.
That's fair.
And I like it. And it was because of a joke that they made, and I was like, this is silly. So and I like it.
You're telling me Blind Guy and the Squeezy was real?
Yes.
How did you injure your eyes? I fell eyes first.
Into the acid.
Oh, Jim. Damn, you're so flat.
Took off those glasses, giving him a Forrest Whitaker eye.
So you never seen the Toys That Made Us?
Yes.
It was on that.
Yep.
About how they made the turtles and how it was a joke and whatever.
Yeah, I saw that, but I got a book. I don't own the book, but I got it from the library many years ago, like right when it came out. It was a thick book, like a dictionary thick book about like the history and like creation and everything since then of it, like up to that point, which I think was the newest thing was either the Michael Bay movies or like the 2012 cartoon was the newest thing at the time. But yeah, so I mean it's probably common knowledge at this point, but I like to throw it in there because I like to prove that I'm a fan of things by knowing things that everybody else can look up on the internet.
I love it. I love it. What else you got?
That's all my likes.
That's all you like?
Yeah, and the Shredder looked fucking sweet.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mention that, dude. Shredder was one of my likes. I always like Shredder. Shredder's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I remember I watched this however long ago. Now, when I was a kid, I always thought Shredder was so big. And I remember watching this. Whenever the last time I watched this, I was like, "This guy's skinny as shit."
Yeah, he's not muscular. His suit is like kind of baggy on him.
When he comes walking in to slap the shit out of Splinter, he's tiny.
Yeah,
he's a tiny man.
He looks big because he got like his shoulder pads under his cape, so he looks like
he got the shoulder pads plus the blades on the shoulder pads, which is hilarious. Dumb. Hilariously dumb. Why is your cape covering up the blades on your shoulder? This is stupid.
So that he can uncover them.
Ever so softly.
So delicately so he doesn't cut himself. Yes.
They're hot. Okay. Dislikes.
Why don't you go first?
I didn't write any down. I may have a couple.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. How privileged is April? Goddamn. She can't stay out of shit for her own good because she's so privileged. That's how I feel, because she's in this apartment, whatever. She's a news reporter. Good for her. I'm happy for her. And then she's like, oh, yeah, I stay above this store. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Well, it's my dad's store. Oh, we also have the house up the heat. Girl, you got money. Buy us some goddamn pizza. Ate it. I don't know what else I got, but that's mainly my issue. I thought about that earlier, but I don't really have any issues with this movie. It's old. It's dated.
100%.
It's terrible.
So am I.
But that's it.
Okay. My turn.
Yeah, what you got?
None. I was going to say Danny, because that kid's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But it's not enough of a dislike. Okay, no, Danny. I don't like him.
That's fair.
April, I don't think Judith Hogue drew those fucking drawings. Can I have one of these? Sure. Folds it up.
Yeah,
instantly. Folds that fucker up. I was like, you bitch.
Yeah.
You goddamn bitch. How dare you?
That was tough. Even I know.
Beautiful fucking drawing that is. And you just fold it, stuff it in your back pocket, and then it gets stolen from you by the villain of the movie like 5 minutes later. You idiot.
Yeah.
You steal from April O'Neil, even though she apparently can afford it. She's got a house in, like you said, a house in the country in disrepair. But still, she's got a van. She's got a house in the country. She got an apartment, a pretty spacious looking apartment above a store that she runs, apparently in her spare time.
Yeah, that's
Can't be
another thing.
much.
She's like, oh, I open it every now and then.
Yeah.
What, you a news reporter? But you need to be on the beat. You need to stop selling this junk.
Oh, she's out there exposing the incapability of the police force.
They were terrible.
ACAB in the 90s, folks. Incapable. You trying to tell me how to do my job?
But, yeah.
Classic.
I didn't really have a problem with April, but that one thing.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Danny's a piece of shit.
the Turtles costume looked a lot better than I thought they would. Than I thought they should for the time period. They did look a lot better.
Yeah. They get a little worse. I don't think they look bad in the next one. In the third one, they look kind of bad.
Well, everything about it.
Yes. It fits.
The suits don't, but yes, it fits. No. But yeah, that's all the dislikes I have.
Okay.
So let's rate this sucker.
Let's do it.
Do you want me to go first?
If you want to.
Or do you want to
You know
go
what
first?
mine's going to be.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to give it a... Man, just off nostalgia, I'm going to give it a 3.5, 4.
Okay.
So let's go 3.75.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Because it's an old movie.
Yes, it is.
But it's a good movie. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's not terrible,
Yeah.
but it's funny.
Yeah. Turtle wax. Come on.
But it is, you do have to suspend your disbelief, not just for the turtles.
Yeah.
Because that's fine with me. That could happen.
Yeah.
The silent thievery, I don't know, man.
In New York?
Same. Tough though, but I get it. It was still a good movie though. So 3.5.
Okay. Oh, 3.5. Okay.
What did I say? Oh, 3.75?
Yeah.
3.75.
I need that point. I need that.
I'm sorry,
point
man.
0.25.
3.75.
Okay.
What you got?
5. It's. I'm probably biased, but
That's okay.
Who among us isn't?
It's your ranking.
I'm not perfect.
But this movie is.
The movie might be. It might be. Yeah. It's. I know I've said it before. This might be like my favorite comic book movie of all time. Partially because like the Ninja Turtles are one of my favorite things. Like you've got Marvel has all kinds of characters and shit, but like the Ninja Turtles is like its own separate comic book entity to me, and I'm like, that's partially because it's not DC or Marvel, but like that's probably my favorite comic book property, and I'm like, this is a really good, to me, really really good interpretation of it, and so it's probably my favorite comic book movie. So it's a 5.
That's fair.
We can't maintain that integrity throughout the entirety of the movies, but
So we got to start high.
yeah.
Because it started high,
Oh yeah.
but it goes low.
We're gonna see some lows. We're gonna see some highs.
But you're going to have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun.
I'm saying.
I can't guarantee that you're gonna have fun because I don't know how many of these you've seen.
Here's the thing.
and
It's
what you
funny.
think of them.
No. I can tell you right now, Secret of the Ooze is my favorite.
It's
Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
Yeah.
Is my favorite song of all time.
I used to have the dance memorized that they do at the end.
I don't, but I used to love it. And then Super Shredder, come on.
More of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the third one, I don't even remember who they're fighting. I don't know why. I remember it being boring.
It's not a worthy adversary.
Yeah. Either who, tune back in next week. We will be doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze,
That's right.
Super Shredder,
Mm-hmm.
and Toka and Razor.
Mm-hmm.
And they put them in the donuts.
Yep.
I was like, oh, num num.
Vanilla ice.
Num num. They're eating it. They're eating. Oh, they found a
Oh
num num.
no. Yeah. We got everything. Vanilla Ice,
Yeah.
Toka and Razar, that doctor who played a Nazi in a movie that I saw in high school.
There it is.
Super Shredder, Big Daddy Cool. We'll get there. Kino, yes.
He's funny.
He's good. I like Kino.
Super Shredder?
Yes.
Either way. All right. We'll leave you with that. Check us out somewhere. All the places.
That's right.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. This has been Keith.
And this has been Chris.
And
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. I was going to say.
Hey.
Nice. I made it funny. I used to say it all the time.
Nice.
I used to just go around like, I made it funny.
Good man, Keith. You're a good man.
I don't have to say it anymore. I just say, I just make the funnies now. Take that, Splinter.
You old bastard.
You old bastard. All right, I'm out.